Hi Aries, welcome to your week ahead tarot scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Aries, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So you know what I'm going to say to you. Happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return. Remember to fill the day of your birthday, whatever day this week it might be on, with a little bit of everything that you want this entire year ahead to have in it for you, right? So this is it. The zodiac has officially been reborn. If you are so obviously I'm putting this out before the time, so for those of you that have Aries placements, ascendant and rising, you will be able to get a 30% discount code from me for a numerology and tarot forecast. So if you want to get that, hit the link on the description box below, because there you have to join my email list. So on the day that the sun moves into Aries, there will be an email going out specifically for those people that have an Aries sun or ascendant, and only you will be getting that code. So with that, if you want to get it, you know where to be. With that said, for your key to the week this week, you have the Fool card. I literally couldn't think of a better card to have. Now, although the sun went into Aries on the 20th of March, this kind of feels really appropriate, right? Because this is the Fool card. It's new things, new places, new people, new energy, fresh energy. This is a fresh tide of energy is being released out into the world. This is the sun in the sign of Aries, where it is exalted, where it does some of its greatest work, where the whole world in some way, shape or form comes alive again. And what is the Fool card? It's the spark, the initiatory, well, no, it's not the initiatory spark, but it is the pure potential, right? It is that new, fresh energy, and your sign has a lot of correspondence to do with that. That being said, this is the Fool card, right? This is new everything. So the fact that you've got this as the key to the week, in a lot of ways, I kind of feel like this is tying you into the season of spring, which is what your sign rules, but it's also tapping you into a fresh tide of energy for yourself. This is where you get to really take the gloves off and start sparring with life in that lovely way that you guys do. Now, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you, and if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. For your actions and options, you have the Six of Swords. So some of you, this could literally be a week where you are traveling or planning to travel, maybe putting some travel plans together. The Six of Swords does suggest that you guys have been through a little bit of a tough time of it, because remember, this is what you get when you're coming off the back of something that's challenging. So this is you moving into easier times. It also suggests as well that a new path or a new avenue of some kind is opening up to you. This is in large part thanks to you looking in different places and spaces. Aries is pioneering energy. So this week you have to think outside the box, especially with that Fool card. You may be presented with offers and opportunities that come from either a distance or overseas for some of you as well. This is definitely a possibility. For your communications and conversations, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So literally all to do with your work, all to do with your studies, your apprenticeships, where you're putting your time, effort and energy. So we've got this with the Fool card. So for those of you that are studying, this could literally be a new set of work, a new set of ideas, a new set of principles that are being instilled in you. For some of you, this could literally be you deciding that you want to change your major. This could be that you're deciding, so for those of you that are studying, this could be a time where you're choosing to change something about the way that you work, or even what you want to do for work. So maybe you've done everything that you need to get up to a certain point and you've decided to go in a different direction. So I'll give you an example. I had a friend many years ago who studied to be a nurse, and literally at, I think it was like the last well, no, it wasn't the last 3 months, but at the last 6 months of her, degree, she decided she wanted to go into being, into being a plastic surgeon, and using those skills on that side of everything. So this really speaks to me like that. You could take something that you thought you were going to do and take it in a very, very different direction. And it might come out very organically for a lot of you. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this literally suggests new work. If there is new work or you are changing jobs, it's likely to be that that job comes with a commute. So for those of you that are changing jobs, as long as you're willing to do that commute, the world is a little bit cray-cray right now. So how much possibility there is behind that in terms of pricing, etc., something you might need to factor in. But definitely think about it, because it looks like a solid opportunity. That's going to be a new word. For those of you that are business owners, this could literally be, for a lot of you, taking on your first apprentice, maybe your first employee. If you already have employees, this suggests that you could be taking on new ones, or you could be changing the duties of the employees that you have underneath you. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, or no longer working for any reason, this is really going to see you deciding to use your brains for something new. All right, so where is it that you can gather new information? Where is it that you can take on board new methodologies that will either help you or somebody that you care about in everyday life? For your love and relations, you've got the Strength card, right? So for those of you that are single, so you've got 2 8s here, because the Strength card is number 8 as well. So 2 8s is new knowledge, new information, and there's a whole bunch of that coming in for all of you across the board. For some of you, this could literally be, for those of you that are toying around with the idea of dating somebody that sort of lives at a distance from you, or doing the whole long distance thing, I think this week you will be having some very serious conversations about whether this actually works for you and what needs to be in place if it is going to work. I think there's a lot of real honesty here, which actually can serve both of you really well. What I also like about that Strength card as well, especially because you've got the Fool involved, it's kind of like you're saying, you know what, throw caution to the wind. And this really is like, there's a very devil may care approach to love this week. So, it looks like some of you may be finding out that there's a secret crush, or maybe you're feeling bold and daring enough to reveal your own secret crush on someone. It's like you have the guts, the courage to go after somebody that maybe you wouldn't usually pursue, or maybe to say yes to somebody that you wouldn't usually sort of see as your type, right? For those of you that are married, partnered, or in long-term commitments and relationships, the challenges are now coming to an end. This is you guys on the other side of everything in a much better and also a much brighter space, where you're enjoying things a lot more, and actually you're able to converse about things in ways that you probably haven't for a while. It's like if you found that everything seems to descend into an argument or a challenge, this week you could definitely start to see a lightening of that energy. And maybe it's because you're feeling more like yourself, right? The sun is in Aries after all. For your money and materials, you've got the Death card. So there's a few ways that this could play out, especially because it's underneath the 8 of Pentacles and the Fool. For some of you, this could literally be a very spontaneous end to the job that you have. For some of you, this could be, I'm really sorry to say this, but this could be a redundancy. But here's the beauty of it. Because of the mix of cards, I kind of get this feeling that it's almost like, yes, okay, you know what, this has come to an end and holy crap, now I've got to find a new job. But it's like whatever shows up is so much better. It stretches you more. It changes your perspective. It gets you to see things in a different light. It gets you to see yourself in a very different light. The other thing with the Death card as well, especially with this combo, you could literally be letting go of or releasing a debt this week. So where maybe you have been paying for something, maybe an influx of resources this week, or maybe even getting a different job that pays more. Maybe you take that leap and say, you know what, I'm going to pay this off now. So I'm like that, I'm debt free. Okay, fair enough. Until my first paycheck, I'm going to be a little bit tight, but so be it. And it's like that really improves the longer standing. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Death card really, in a lot of ways, this is asking you to take care of business. If you've got a bad habit, this is a good week to quit. if you have, you know, we've all got vices, food, right, whatever your vices may be, this week you can really get a handle on them, but you'll be able to stop something dead. All right, it's like not even a thing. It's like, well, you know what, I decided to stop smoking, and rather than doing the whole patches and counseling and all the rest of it, it's just like, bam, no, I don't want to do it anymore. I want to save my money, I want to improve my health, done. It's like you make a finite decision this week. And then maybe for some of you, you're reverse engineering this. So maybe you just sort of stop cold turkey, and then maybe you'll realize that, okay, I need to have something in place in order to sustain this effort. So you could then start looking into what options you might have. But for a lot of you, I feel like this will be a very cold turkey kind of feel. When it comes to your home and environment, I mean, it is the Death card. We have to talk about that. You've got the Lovers card as the Strength card in love and relations. For those of you that have cats, I'm sorry to say, but this could be some bad news. I really hope that I'm wrong on that front, but I will say no more. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.